What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. We're going to get into some past life channel messages today using my past life deck, and then we're going to clarify with the Light Seers Tarot. So let's get right into it. I hope if you enjoy this video or if it resonates with you that you like and subscribe. And if it doesn't resonate, just know that this is a collective message. So all messages won't connect to every single person. Feel free to check out my other videos as well. All right. So, this was also pre-shuffled, by the way. So, we have 3 cards coming out from the past life deck. We have Biblical, Persecution and Inquisition, and Phobias. So, this is some intense energy. With Biblical coming out, the most obvious connection that's coming up for me is religion, and then this persecution energy with Phobias kind of gives maybe a toxic relationship with religion or toxic theology. This is a past life deck, so some of these cards could be indicative of maybe your past life energy or lessons within this lifetime that have carried on from your past lives that are important for you to know. We have Galactic at the bottom of the deck, so you could have galactic ties to the universe. But again, with this coming out here, something about this obviously screams religious. But with Phobias here, I'm wondering if I'm reaching out to a collective that is bordering or in a very interesting place with their spiritual journey or with their spiritual beliefs. I've never really gotten a reading like this, so this is interesting. Phobias here is really giving, like this young lady here, like she has her hands kind of clasped together and as if she's praying desperately for something. I don't know if this is you, collective, or this is somebody in your community. There's some really intense energy surrounding someone's spiritual beliefs, whether it's yours or someone else's or the both of yours, and how they relate or don't relate to one another. Maybe there's somebody in your community that's like super religious and you're in this space where you're, what they say now, deconstructing religion, and that's causing some tension. But this might be a very crucial part of your journey, considering maybe your past lives. Or you're somebody who is very religious and maybe you're realizing that your relationship with religion is very fear focused. I wasn't going to talk about this because I didn't think it was going to resonate, or I didn't want to force it, but I was meditating prior to doing the readings and recording, and fear did come up for me. Now, this might not resonate for you, but in many ways, we all grapple with fear, especially when it comes around our relationship with the Creator and our relationship with spirituality, period. And for me, you know, in my own personal spiritual journey, like many people, I started off Christian and eventually left because I feel like it kind of stifled my relationship with the Creator. And what was really anchoring me to religion or to Christianity specifically was fear. And I think that was what was causing that stifling feeling. So if you're somebody who is starting to really pay attention to how much fear has driven a lot of your decision making spiritually, but just in all aspects of your life, this could be for you. Or maybe you're being encouraged to really explore in the past life again why that is, why that's significant, what lessons you have to learn from it. Hope that makes sense. Sometimes I could be a little wordy. So let's see, let's clarify. Just get a better shuffle. I'm also hearing with this persecution and inquisition, maybe there's something really important regarding your spiritual beliefs or how you or your spiritual journey. Maybe there's something along your spiritual journey that is very huge or very necessary for the community, the collective. And you can probably feel it with this galactic energy here, right? This is like huge energy. You could be an artist. Alright, so let's clarify. I actually want to clarify phobias first. So why is phobias here? Interesting. So to clarify phobias, we have the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Seven of Wands. There could be a earth sign male in your community or in your life. This could be an older man as well. Oh, I see. There's an older man. Again, for some of you, this is a very specific message. Maybe with the Hierophant being here, there is a man in your community, very prominent man in your community, or there's I'm hearing some sort of legal ties like marriage, but I don't know if that's really, that might not resonate. Whoever this person is has a lot of status in the spiritual community. This could be a pastor. This could be somebody, again, with a pretty large reputation, or who has a pretty, who has a lot of notoriety. Sorry, y'all. But with the Seven of Wands being here, I'm getting that this person in your community, maybe what you think they do or what they say they do as far as religious practices is the opposite, and you might need protection from this person. If you have some gut feeling about a man, an earth sign man, a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo man, this could be somebody who's even advising you, like a teacher. There's somebody who's playing the role as like a father figure, or advisor, or mentor, or pastor, some sort of leader who is not who they claim to be, or in some ways, I don't know, some ways maybe doesn't align with where you're going to be on your journey. Why is persecution and inquisition here? Please clarify persecution and inquisition. Three of Cups in reverse. So, so for persecution and inquisition, we have the Three of Cups in reverse, the Wheel, the Eight of Swords, and the High Priestess, with the star at the bottom. Yeah, I think this message is about somebody who's a part of the collective, or multiple people within the collective, who don't want to disappoint people in their community by walking away from religion or some sort of spiritual belief or spiritual community. With this Three of Cups being here in reverse, we know the Three of Cups is all about harmony, being together. It could represent friendship, community, working together, celebrating together. When that is in reverse, it kind of can be like a breakup, or a friendship breakup, or some sort of disharmony or disruption. And with persecution and inquisition being, you know, the original card, I feel like a few of you are afraid of what people are going to say, or about the perspective of you once you decide to follow your intuition. This High Priestess card being here. and you're giving yourself a lot of anxiety about it with the Eight of Swords. So it's always funny seeing these two cards come out together, because I feel like it's the most obvious way of Spirit saying, you know, get into the crown chakra energy. If you're feeling confused, then, you know, take some time to meditate. You know, even use the crown chakra frequency if you want to connect your guides and get some clarity. But I think your focus is entirely on perception, because you know that whatever choice you're going to make is going to sort of misalign you with this community that you do love and appreciate. And perhaps this particular man, maybe he's not coming off as somebody he's not supposed to be, but maybe you're just afraid to disappoint him. Or maybe this is just somebody who has had such an impact on your spiritual journey up until this point that maybe this feels like a betrayal. Maybe this feels like, you know, you're doing the wrong thing. Again, with the phobia card coming out, one of the original things I said was about somebody being afraid, or somebody's relationship to religion being fear-based. So just think about that as far as, you know, what intuitively, again, you feel like you need to do. The will is here. So what I'm hearing is the change is going to happen anyway. And the thing about the universe, if you're a believer in the universe, that the thing is, you know, if we delay something that needs to happen, it will happen regardless. And the universe will continue to give us experiences that makes it more known that we need to make the changes that we need to make. So it could be even more apparent to you as of late, or will be in the near future, that it's time to make some changes when it comes to maybe just your spiritual beliefs. And it doesn't necessarily mean for some of you leaving religion or leaving your community. It might just mean just taking a look at your relationship with, again, your theology, your religion, whatever you practice, ensuring that it's not coming from, again, that place of fear, because that is the total opposite of God. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to get on my soapbox. So, we have the moon coming out, clarifying biblical. Let's get one or two more cards. A lot of air sign energy today. Okay, so clarifying biblical, we have the moon, the Queen of Swords, and the Four of Swords. With the Two of Wands at the bottom. This Queen of Swords has come out in another reading, so this might connect with someone from a previous reading. Please look at my reading prior to this one. This Queen of Swords could be a past life relationship you have, or someone that has been with you in past lives that you might have a karmic relationship with. And there's something about this person that you might not have realized, or you might be coming more apparent as time progresses. We are coming upon a new moon, not a new moon, a full moon. And so perhaps around that time, you might get some clarity. With this retrograde in Cancer, we know that Cancer is also ruled by the moon. So there's a lot of uncertainty and confusion. But there's something about this person that I think has followed you in lifetime upon lifetime. That plays a very important part in your spiritual journey, with the Four of Swords being here. Why is the Queen of Swords here? So yeah, this could be somebody that's always created conflict for you, or has just been like a pest or bug, you know? Somebody who maybe your relationship with them hasn't ever really been smooth sailing. And maybe the clarity is that they have, or you have past life history with this person. And so from, you know, through that, maybe there's a lesson that you just learned about this person, or that you're about to learn, that's gonna lead to a lot of healing. But I'm getting a lot about your community. There are people in your community who can't go with you into this next phase of your life, wherever this is. These people, whoever they are, can't go with you. And I think you know that. And it's giving you a little anxiety to have to make the decision to walk away from people or from situations or from community. But I think once you make that step, you'll be very protected. I'm also getting with this King of Pentacles here, and the Hierophant. If you're afraid of, with regard to this person's notoriety, maybe someone taking some sort of action against you, you're protected with this Hierophant here. And the Seven of Wands. So I just think for you, collective, I think part of this is you knowing already what you need to do. Maybe calling on your guides and on your ancestors of love and light to help you with the situation or to help you transition into this next chapter. Because again, it's happening, but maybe you need some support or some strength and encouragement along the way. Because there are people either currently in your life or who have been in your life that might, they might hinder you from this new beginning. So just be mindful about what you need and about whether or not the people around you are able to fulfill those needs, and if they can go with you into this next chapter. And if they can't, make the decision. Your guides will give you the strength and encouragement to make the right decision and to move forward with peace. And you will be protected no matter what. So don't worry. Whatever this is, it too shall pass. I hope this resonates, and I'll see you next time in the next video. Take care.